Apparently, we're live. Hello again. What are we doing today? Today, we're going to continue going through the dev editor notes for maybe an hour, maybe only half an hour. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's bring up Word, which I can't see. La la la. There it is, exactly where we left off. There's no way to do this with the mask on, so the mask will be coming off. But I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. While it lasted? Whatever. Oh. I ordered another mask. It's for a Halloween video. So I should get that tomorrow, I think, and then I can start actually trying to put together the Halloween video. Like, it's gonna be... If I'm able to achieve what's in my head, it will be one of the more insane things that I've ever done in my life. But if I'm not able to achieve what's in my head, then, lower your expectations. It'll just be another long-winded, crappy thing. All right, we have work to do. It's expected. So there's no one in chat, which is perfectly fine. You guys are... I don't even know what time it is. Where's the Flockus Blucka Bluka Blue? Does it tell me what actual time it is? No. Okay, so it's 4:16. So, here, I don't even know what time zone I'm in. Eastern Daylight Time, I think. So here it's 4:16. But if you're in California or somewhere, then it's like 1 in the afternoon and you're still at work. I think somebody just came home. Anyway, so you're obviously not going to join this. Potentially, if you are in this time zone, you're driving home or, still working for another 45 minutes. That's why it's so great, because there's no risk of me running into other people. So I don't have to feel nervous while I'm doing these things. Not that I necessarily would. I'm pretty laissez-faire. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Okay. Chances are you didn't watch the last pop-up stream that I did yesterday, but if you did, today's will be the same, where I will be talking through the entire time. So there won't be like a real 25-minute sprint unless you mute me yourself. We're just going to work through some of the notes we got from the dev editor on my debut novel. And my name's Ian Henderson, and I'm writing, or have written, I'm writing a sci-fi murder mystery. I call it a crime thriller. It might be called a cozy mystery. It might be called a police procedural or a detective series. It's a series of what I hope to be 30 books. So this is book 1 that I'm doing right now. And I'm just trying to get through some of these dev editor notes so that I can continue plotting or outlining book 2. And then hopefully in November, we'll write book 2, or as much as I can. So there's that. Let's go into Word. You may not need to see me Can I just like stop my camera for a moment? Yeah, we'll leave the audio running, but you don't really need to see me, handsome fellow that I am. And it allows me to take a sip of my drink, which I don't know if I'm allowed to do on a stream. Okay. Okay, fine, I'll turn my camera back on. This is already less compelling than yesterday's stream. Okay, word, play nice. I need to accept and move to next. Where are we? Down there. That's just a comma. Accept. Corridor surrounded by facilities that had special shock absorbing padding. Yeah, okay, fine. Hyphen. I don't know why I didn't put a hyphen to begin with. Deck 5, capitalized. Comma, we're getting rid of the and so. We're just going with so. Why anyone would want to steal her towel or bottle, she didn't know. But the lockers existed, so she used them. See, I like and so she used them. I just like, you know, you get a little bit of a wave going with words. Whatever you call it. Reaching up to the back by her neck, she found the tip of the fan, holding it for a second, blah, blah, blah. There's just some commas. Spelling out 4 kilometer 3 times instead of the number 3. Okay. Fine. This is one of those words that no one ever actually says in real life. Lull, I'd nix it. What are you talking about? Where is that? Where's that comment? She alternated between hard sprints and softer jogs until she had completed the 4 kilometer track 3 times. Oh, I'd written thrice in there. I actually really like the word thrice, and I use it in regular speech, but since this is narrative, you're not wrong. It probably shouldn't be thrice in the narrative, but if I had Miles or one of the other characters speak it, then yeah, I'd leave it in. So, okay, fine, good for you. Except, what do we got here? We've got italics for internal thought, which is correct. I just hadn't done that. I found out about that using italics for inner dialogue after I'd already written all this. Setting thoughts off in italics, italicizing thoughts just makes it sure to be read as a thought from the very first word rather than the reader reading the sentence, then seeing it was a thought and possibly having to read it again to recontextualize it. Yes, fine. Thank you, sir. You are correct. Well, obviously you're correct. You're a professional editor, and I'm a nobody. I mean, I'm an author. Not a published author. We're working on it. We're working on it. Four murders. She hadn't contributed much. Did a 4th lap. Back at her cabin. Okay, so there's some M-dash stuff. Galileo, which meant she'd do this and that. Paradise system. You want system capitalized on paradise system. I mean, systems just A noun. I don't know that it needs to be capitalized, but okay. We'll go with what you say, Mr. Man. Fresh towel, something, something, continued silence. Maybe I should actually be reading you my book a little bit so that you're enticed, but we're not, at the investigation yet. This is early days. Let's read some anyway. Candace did a fourth lap as a cool down, and upon her return, drank greedily from her water bottle, splashing it in her eyes, too, and wiping away the sting. Back at her cabin, a micro cabin really, with one bunk, no shower unit, and no kitchen facilities, save for a sink, which was currently filled with water, allowing her gimp suit groinal attachment to soak. She shucked off her clothes and threw them into a bag for the laundry. Sitting on her bed, she thought about what her new investigator in charge would be like. With tons of experience, he'd been a ranger like her, but in Tremblay. And then he was redeployed to Galileo, which meant she'd actually be more familiar with the Paradise system than him. I think that should be he, but you changed it, so fine. Good. She wouldn't feel like a fraud right off the bat, like before. Slapping her thighs simultaneously, she said, "Right, off we go," and stood up. She grabbed some loose-fitting sweats from the ceiling storage over her bunk, put them on, and with a fresh towel and her wash kit in her hand, headed out to the showers. There you go. That's Candace, one of our investigators, who does a run every morning at, 5 a.m. And it's quite a run. It's like 412. It's either 12 or 16 kilometers that she runs every morning. So good for her. Where are we? Okay, accept, change, move on. Shabbily dressed. Oh, this is Zach now that we're introducing. All sorts of comma stuff, some capitalization. Toward. Sleepy Zach. Okay, so. Oh no. Okay, so he lives. First day of a new job with USG HNS CID VCS, reporting to IIC Emile Lessard, Spire 12. I also have a cabin on the station, 2900. Zach said, his voice confident but tired. So I don't have to spell out 2900 when it's buried later in the dialogue, but if I had started the sentence with it, then I would have to spell it out. Okay. Gotcha. Moving on. I think you'll find that this ship, gesturing toward, and then turn back to her. Thanks muchly, Zach said, then turned back to the open hatch. Ship, seal rear hatch and secure all. The hatch door slid closed and the stairs flipped back up. Well, Zach, I'm a little slurry at the moment. While Zach walked towards the exit, the customs officer stood there, admiring the ship, and swore don't click accept because it skips all around. Swore. And swore he heard multiple locking mechanisms sliding into place, going deeper and deeper into the ship. Okay, so you, Mr. Editor, eliminated the passive voice. I think I had swore he could hear, and then he eliminated the passive voice, and swore he heard. Fair enough. Thank you, Mr. Editor. What are we on now? Deck 3 toward. Barbara took a deep breath and pushed her shoulders back. The tightness of the lift and her own corridor no longer suffocating her. On the right, window after window showed the blackness of space and the small, pale sun in the distance. Barbara closed her eyes as she walked and tried to take in its warmth. She had a meeting this morning with her employer about a prospective plan to make her position redundant. She didn't want to be late, but the sun, faint as it was, needed to be appreciated for her mental health. Again, this isn't the purplest of prose, but it gets the point across. Mom, come on, Janie said. Yeah, I'm not reading you my whole book, but, okay, comma, some sort of space. I don't know what that was. I just skipped by it. I think it was a capital. The doors, Miss Scott, comma, toward, comma, slid open the school, and a door on the right of that, between the main doors and the workstation, which Barbara assumed was the... Why are we minusculing principal's office? I thought principal was like a proper thingy-mabobbum. Sippa. Several chairs were positioned outside this door, which Barbara imagined, thinking back to her own days in school, were for the naughty kids. Jeannie ran up to the bathroom door, pressing the panel to open it, displaying an empty room with sink and toilet all at child height. "She's not there, Mom," Jeannie shouted, then turned around, speeding towards the large workstation. "Miss Scott, I brought bearkins today," Jeannie said as she ran around the side. "Miss Scott, look!" "Ah!" And a bunch of screaming. Changing the ellipses to the version used in most professionally published books, dots separated by full spaces. Really? So it's not dot, dot, dot. It's dot, space, dot. Say a second. Wow, that's something I have to remember. Unclear what she's doing here. Why is she yelling, "Ah"? I mean, because she just found the body of the secretary or administrative assistant, Miss Scott. I'm sorry that I cut off the chapter before laying all of that out for you, but that's what happened, which you'll find out soon enough. Mr. Editor, who I love, don't worry about that. I'm just kidding around. You're not big on suspense. Okay, Spire 12 doors, okay, windows nice, comma. Turned, declamping code. M dashes, commas, we're accepting all. It's so much faster than yesterday. I can just click the bloody accept button. I don't have to click into it and then go move to next. We learn a little bit more every day. What do you got? Ping pong paddle. What the hell did I write? I don't, whatever. Reading off the screen, he typed 9035768 into the door panel. Okay, this is the declamping code for the spaceship. 9035768. So I will never say this again, but on this stream, if you happen to watch it back, if you reverse those numbers, It's 8675309. Jenny. 8675309. 8675309. So that was subtle enough that he didn't even notice it, I suppose. There we go. Okay. Commas, 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 commas everywhere. And getting rid of some withs and some ands and some theirs and some other shite. We're capitalizing deck 2 and getting rid of some commas and adding some other commas and some hyphens and moving the word again directly across from the medical examination lab, again running the entire length of the deck, was the forensic examination lab. Miles was greeted with more transparent walls, tables, equipment, evidence lockers, and another skin suit. Ha! You don't know what a skin suit is. It's crazy. It's not. So, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. Why'd you move in anticipation? Miles turned back and took the lift up another deck to the bridge. There was no music, but he tapped his toes in anticipation. Regardless. You moved my anticipation, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Where are we at? Oh, I didn't even start the bloody timer. Professional. Should I start the timer? I mean, I don't really care, but sure, let's go to Flocus. We'll start the timer. When we hear the little chime, we'll, oh, crap. Okay, we'll take a break or something, but let's just keep it going. Should I type something? I mean, if it's just me talking, should we have, like, where it cuts my head in half? I mean, that's... Should I change the camera angle? Hello. Hello. I don't know. I don't want that because my head's cut in half, so I have to press other button. We can do that. Then I'm in it, and it's... Except the friggin' StreamYard thing is over top of the timer, which is... bloody ridiculous. This looks much nicer. Okay. We've been live for 23 minutes, so I guess we're kind of into stream 2, perhaps, maybe. Okay, back to Word, although I'll shut off my camera for half a second and you can see if you know what the hell I'm doing. Chris. Okay, camera back on. Don't want to entice the little ones to do anything naughty. Okay. Okay, Word, let's keep going. Word. Except, where the hell? Okay, we're down there. We got another M dash problem. He's fixing all these M dashes. That's great. And commas and everything else. This is line editing. I haven't actually run into any developmental editing in the notes yet. Could be I just write a damn fine story. that has a million technical mistakes in it, but it's mostly hyphens and commas and capitalization, and that's why I'm just going through here hitting the accept button for most of it. I mean, I liked my word even there, but fine. Shall we continue our rant from yesterday where I hate the fact that M dashes are stuck right up against letters? Like the letter T, and there's just giant gash coming out of it. Like, no, have a little space on either side of the M dash. Editors of the world, unite and do what I say. Because I think it's more aesthetically pleasing. A door on the left side of the bridge. His right at the moment. Yeah, so he got rid of that. That's fine. There's too much left and right anyway in my story. A door on the left side of the bridge was marked crew quarters. And another door on the right side of the bridge, again, currently his left, but we've scratched that out, was marked IIC. 4 workstations with chairs sat at 45 spelled out degree angles to the main screen, 2 on each side of the room, leaving a fairly large area in the middle. Near the back of the room was a stand-up curved podium-style workstation. I'll be damned if I'm standing the whole time. Fancy, though, he said. Looking closer at the podium, Miles wondered if this was the pilot's station, and if so, where the controls were. Ahem, a voice said. Miles spun around to see who had cleared their throat. And around. And around. Who's there? He said. Come out now. Yeah, we'll just stop reading because I don't want to ruin all the things. It's super exciting stuff. Miles retorted angrily. Oh, good, no. I run the ship. Miles retorted angrily. Yeah. Where do we got? All the things. Okay, accept, commas. Why did you... we got italics. Okay, sure. So AI is just AI. We're not putting periods after, like any other acronym. Fine, whatever. AI is special, I guess. Anyone on this thing? Nope. That's okay. 4:42. Nobody's available but me, who finishes work at 3. What are we doing? Accept. AIs are illegal. Wouldn't be too great a look to have one on a United Systems Galacracy ship, Miles said, and turned to face another direction. Really wish someone had given me a heads up about this. A manual would have been nice. Chris, no. And then added, drop the sirs. Nice one. What nice one what? Contorted as they are. Oh, my joke. Okay, you got my bathroom joke. Okay. Toilet humor is like it's the highest form of entertainment. Ship time sync to station time is 0845, sir. And yes, one member of your team has already arrived and is currently using the toilet in one of the cells. Oh, joy. Good start. Who's that then? From his facial features, contorted as they are at the moment, I believe he is one Zachary Groom, sir, listed as trainee investigator. That's great. It's a toilet joke, but really Zach is throwing up. He's not actually making, stool. So, making stool. Oh, I have to keep hitting accept. You know what? Camera going off again because I said so. My stream. Shut off the camera whenever I want. Ow. Coughing hurts. Coughing and breathing hurts. Where's my mouse? There it is. Start again. Was that the purr or was that the horse noise? I don't know. You know what? Every once in a while, it's nice to joke around. These streams, they can't be too serious. You have to enjoy the process of writing and revising and taking feedback from other people. Even if you hate what they say or you feel like a failure because there's like everything's read, just, it makes the book stronger. Go with it. You don't have to accept everything. And you'll actually still have a finished novel at the end of it. It's not like this person is deleting what you're doing. And you'll have the strongest finished novel in existence. So, great. Try to just enjoy the experience. All levels of experience in this. I'll try to enjoy making the cover too. I know you're supposed to professionally hire out for that, but I'll try to do it myself. And if it sucks ass, then I'll hire someone. Where's the accept button? It's over there. I can't actually see. Oh, there we go. We're seeing out of the mouth now. And M dash man boy. Dashes, spelling out numbers, comma, 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 chameleon. She comes and goes, I don't know the lyrics, na 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 na. The last time I heard the song was when I was 7. Are we accepting? Comma, italics, toward, howdy ship. Oh, it doesn't say howdy ship. It says howdy skip. You're an awesome ship. Literally, I am in awe, Zach said, a smile in his voice. So we removed the word with, not with a smile in his voice, just a smile in his voice. Probably some sort of passive something. Severe complicates it, I think, he says. Okay, glad to hear it, Zach. I look forward to working with you. Skipper did somehow manage to split the difference between Butler Severe and Surfer something. I thought I had another word in there. I guess I didn't. Between Butler and Surfer is what we've changed it to, so fine. Split the difference between Butler and Surfer. Good luck on what that would be. What am I looking at here? Okay. Anyone in chat? No. Anyone said anything? No. Okay. That's fine. This reminds me of the second video I ever made where I pretended to do a live stream. And so, of course, no one was in chat. Didn't really occur to me that I'd be making a live stream in the future with actually no one in chat, but that's a-okay. Everyone's got things to do, places to be, but we have to get through this stuff. So I just decided to do it live. Not all of it, obviously, because this will take forever, but we'll get an hour's worth or maybe half an hour's worth done. We've already done half an hour's worth. Miles sighed, muttered boss man to himself, then puffed up his cheeks and slowly blew out the air. Bling-da-da-loom, bling-da-da-loom. I have to get this thing off of me because I can only stand it for so long. Oh, come on, stupid mask. Is this still charging? This is still charging. Can you see this? This is an infrared light that I bought for my camera so that I could do something for the Halloween video. I mean, obviously, my eyes can't see in infrared, so I haven't, like, I could turn it on, but it doesn't do anything. So I'll have to wait to see if to have it on top of the camera to see if it actually works at all. You know, sometimes you buy things from Amazon and they're not real things. Suddenly a sound erupted all around them, a sort of bling-da-da-loom, bling-da-da-loom. Both men looked towards the giant screen, and Miles shouted, "Skipper, what is that? A call? On screen, please." Best to use italics for onomatopoeia. I like onomatopoeia. Best to use italics for onomatopoeia. I'm saying these things out loud to myself so that maybe I'll remember when I go to write book 2. Onomatopoeia. Ch-ch-ch-chia. Okay. I can't put this in my mouth while the camera's on, I don't think. Stop cam. Let's keep going. What do we got? Accept. Toward. I mean, he probably just did a replace all or whatever on the towards. I don't think he bothered doing it every time. Under his breath. What did I have? Below his breath? I mean, whatever. The body of a 25-year-old. I'm not going to ruin the story by reading the remainder of this out loud. With that said, yeah, okay. We moved our character names later in the sentence. That is fine. Oh, he's removed all my commas after dialogue-y things. So Miles asked, comma, to break the silence. That's how I wrote them all. He has removed all the commas from these things. So it's just Miles asked to break the silence instead of Miles asked to break the silence. You know, to me, the point of punctuation is so that the reader or narrator knows where to put pauses in, but whatever. I'd rather do what's correct. Defense, offense. Did I spell defense wrong? Jesus. Okay, fine. Ellipses, numbers. Okay, we're not doing VR as an acronym either. Okay. I can't do that. I shouldn't have this in my mouth. Is there anyone out? No, there's nobody here. Stop cam anyway. Okay. Keep going. Let's keep going. We're 40 minutes of streaming, 7 minutes left on this sprint that I started, 30 minutes late, but whatever. M dashes, ellipses that have spaces in between each dot. Fine. Farther away? Why are we using further and farther? Farther is generally used for physical distances. Farther. Okay. You'd think I'd know that. I write scientific reports all day. Whoa, old pro. Not really. I've been cooped up in my cabin the whole time on leave. Were you sick? Miles didn't answer for a minute and then tossed out a vague, just needed a break. You and me both, buddy. Both need a break. Does anyone else? Oh, hold on, I'll turn on the camera. I mean, I'm sure this is true, but how many people out there just feel like retiring right now? Doesn't matter what the hell age you are. You're done. Some days, I love my job. My job's the best, but there are some days when, and it might last weeks, days that last weeks, I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to sleep for like 3 days straight and then see how I feel and then come up with things that I want to do. I'm not big with schedules and always being on call. I'm on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year in 2 different ways for my job. So at any moment, I could be called and I could be gone for 2 weeks, just drop of a hat, gone for 2 weeks, or I could have to, in the other way that I'm on call, I'd have to drive in and deal with some things at 4 a.m. It's always 4 a.m. 3 or 4 a.m, you get a call and it's like, why are you doing this? Could someone please pay me more to deal with this? Nobody pays me anything extra for being on call constantly. We're salaried, so there's just the expectation. En tout cas, enough of that. But there are many days when I feel like retiring. But I can't. I have to wait till I'm 65 or sell millions of copies of these books that I'm writing. We'll see if that comes to fruition. If everyone that subscribes to me buys, like 10,000 copies each, I'd be laughing. And so would all of you, I'm sure. Okay, back to Word and stuff. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, we'll stop the cam for 2 seconds because I said so, but we'll keep the volume going. I should do some ASMR, like Brielle's typing. Except I'm not typing anything, so I can't do that. We're just clicking accept to move through commas and M dashes and other shizwas. You didn't like could see. We changed that to saw. Okay, fine. Yeah, you're taking away some of my more colorful prose here, but whatever. Better. Now keep him back there, Miles said towards the row of men and women with batons. Why are we crossing out towards the row of men and women with batons? I mean, I'll accept it. No. Better. Now keep him back there, Miles said. I mean, fine. It's more like punchy and direct, but you're eliminating all my words. My novel's going to be half as long at this rate. Why did we not capitalize Sergeant? That is odd. Why are we changing that? I don't know. Commas, commas. Commissioner? We're not capitalizing Commissioner. Okay, whatever. Comma, comma, comma. You moved some words. Miles nudged Zach, who had inexplicably been staring into space out of one of the corridor windows this whole time. Come on, time to earn your pay, he said. And together they entered the crime scene. I mean, I guess it works. Sure, we'll go with it. Why do you insist on putting S's after apostrophes for words that end in S and are possessive? I don't get that. If somebody's an editor, and I mean, I could ask him, he's the editor, and I've paid him. We can answer the bloody question, but I don't know. That sort of annoys me. Ba-ba-doo-ba-ba-doo-ba. Uh, okay, so what are we? Oh, right, I didn't turn my camera back on. Hello. Hello, friends. How are you today? We've done 47 minutes and 45 seconds. Which is all right. I mean, I could keep going. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of a bathroom break or something for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. God, I'll have to run. Who the hell? Anyway. Yeah, fine. What are we even doing or talking about? Do I keep going? Maybe I skip the break and put on a sprint just cuz. And then I can take a little bit of a break for a minute. Skip break. Start. That makes more sense to me. So we'll start a writing sprint thing. And if anyone watches this back, feel free to do an actual writing sprint. But I will use this as an opportunity to go on break for, I don't know, 5 minutes. So back in a sec. Bye. We're back. Not that, there's anyone here that cares, but if you're rewatching, you might care that we're back. So, hello. There you go. There's your 10 seconds of Horsehead. Oh. Second of that. So, that's not the greatest noise in the world. What did I just break? Oh, you. Okay, come here. Okay. Note to self, try not to break things. Don't put things in front of the microphone cable. Trying to be all sensual here and pull the mic in closer to me. Didn't work. What am I talking about? Right. So I just popped out to the garage for a second, and I was thinking about the daylight savings time and blah, blah, blah. And what I should have said was it's the same time zone as Toronto. And that's how you pronounce it. No. Toronto. 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 Not Toronto. So if you're ever having to use the name of the city in a conversation again, just say Toronto and people will be really impressed. It'll sound like you're a native. It's the same thing with Montreal. It's not pronounced Montreal. It's Montreal. 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 Not Montreal. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I wanted to just share that little tidbit. Toronto, Montreal. Okay. What are we doing? We go back to Word. Where is Word? There it is. Okay, microphone going a little bit further away now onto the desk. Goodbye. Okay. Something, what do we got? Quotation marks and a hyphen or something. God, it's hard to tell in Word. Written in yellow block letters. What's wrong with that? Oh, nothing. Okay, fine. Oh, you just moved the positioning of the yellow block letters, which consisted of a black jacket with a badge over the heart, USG Investigator, written in yellow block letters on the front and presumably the back, and black pants and boots. I don't want to read the rest of that because that might give something away. Why would you change that? Whatever. Fine. We can assume that he blah blah blah. Fine. Okay. What's wrong now? Oh, we're not responding. Thank you, Word. Please, in your own time. Should probably save. What are we at? 101 and 21. What do we got left in the thing? 12 minutes. Fine. For those who care, we're on page 31 of 257. I'm not going to make it through this tonight. In any way. I'll probably stop in a couple minutes. We'll do this a few nights this week or over the next 2 weeks until we're done. Just because maybe you like hearing. I can't imagine that you do. Should I share this instead? Can I share two things? Present. Slides? No, they're not slides. Extra camera video. It's none of those things. Present. I think I'd have to stop Focus. Yeah, I'd have to stop Focus in order to show you this. Well, bugger it. We'll just continue with what we've been doing, and hopefully you find my commentary without being able to see what I'm talking about entertaining enough. So we're getting rid of commas. Medical examiner, apparently he wants lowercase instead of uppercase. Numbers being spelled out in certain cases. He didn't like administrative assistant being capitalized. Whatever. 34 something. 6 principal timing 6 sac m dashes commas. Look, I'll be honest. I think I already said this in the beginning of the stream. I thought this would be a lot more. You have to describe this better. You have to take this entire section and move it here or there. This character isn't necessary. I thought it would be more like that, but maybe developmental edits are harsher on fantasy just because, you might have 120,000 words or 200,000 words and you're trying to get it down, and the harsher, the better. This has been very tame. Again, mostly like line editing. Where a woman sat. A woman sat there, cradling a crying child. Okay, sure, whatever. You know what? That's fine. Okay, that. Commas, ellipses. It's all this. Like, maybe I won't actually subject you people. No, see, that's an issue. Okay, I have Ms. written a lot in this document. MS. He has changed it to Miss. It is my understanding via recollection from, I don't know, 30 or 40 years ago that Miss is an unmarried woman and Ms. MS is none of your fucking business. Just female. It doesn't matter if I'm married, unmarried. It's nothing to do with you. Ms. So I would have preferred to keep that in. Can I leave myself? New comment. Check that all miss usage is actually Ms. Because I want Ms. Tough bloody luck, sir. It's my book, and I want. Okay, this was hammered into me in, I don't remember what grade, 5 or something, by this woman who was like, it's none of your business whether I'm married or anything. It's Ms. MS. So I have kept that in my mind my whole life and incorporated that in my novel here. So I need it to hold up. I got a freaking cat scratching at the door. How much longer we got? 107, 619. Okay. 619 left in this. Let's keep going, hitting the accept and reject button. Ellipses, got rid of a word, got rid of well. Commas. Sally, stop. No. No. That's my cat. She's wonderful, but I don't really want her scratching on the door the whole time. Got rid of some ands, removed capital and sergeant, changed a few other capitalizations. I don't know why principal isn't capitalized, but whatever. I tapped the open button. Now he's putting that in single quotes. Is that consistent throughout the novel? You know what? It's not the final thing, so a proofreader will have to go through this and make sure that all of that is correct. I'm not. That's why I pay people. I want to write stories, not edit them. Sorry, when this will sound very privileged, but I don't trust my skills enough to think that I can go through this and fix all of the things that currently I'm busy clicking on accept for. So I pay people to do that. And I want them to do it correctly. And I honestly don't even feel like spending the time, I don't know how long, 10 years to figure out how to do this all properly, like technically. Let the experts do it. That's why they exist. Why am I trying to deny people their livelihood? I'll happily pay you to go through this and make sure that everything's correct. I just want to write the stories. If that's controversial, I apologize, but that's how I feel about it. Like I don't want to spend 5 or 10 years learning how to repair everything on a car either. Take it to a garage. You do it. We need the economy to keep flowing. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Secured. Didn't flash secured or no? Okay, so when a sign lights up, it's in single quotes according to this. Fine. Deck 2, M dashes. God, M dashes are the most disgusting looking things ever. Please have spaces around them in the future. Ellipses with spaces is odd. Toward, what are we on? Chapter 6, apparently. Miles's coat, ellipses, M dashes. Leading versus led, toward, donning and doffing. I have to make sure, because that's actually a proper thing. Hyphens. Okay, sure. Get rid of ends, all of. Okay, whatever. Suiting up. So. Composite toed boot. Okay, deck 2 again. Spire 12 again. If my brain was faster, I could probably just click, 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 and then if I notice something that I didn't want changed, just stop clicking instantly. But I'm not that good. My brain isn't that fast anymore. This is where the headrest came into play. What do you... We have brackets? Okay, sure. We have brackets in our story suddenly. Pendulating? Pendulating. Come on now. Is that a word? I mean, an editor put it in my thing, so. Pendulating. The swinging of a pendulum. Pendulating? Okay, you got me. I didn't know that that word existed, and I wrote penduluming. Good for you, Mr. Editor Man. I appreciate your accuracy. What, you didn't make a comment about snotting against the wall? Whatever. There's some funny stuff in this story, and I'd love to. I mean, I can read it to you. I don't want you to lose it, but. So Micah, we're out of time. I can't read it. I can. Candace thought about how nice it would be to return to her cabin after a run and be able to shower without 20 other women being in the room with her, their breasts pendulating as they bent over to get soap out of their hair or the snotting against the wall. Still, must be worse for men, she thought, having to rev themselves up a bit before heading in so their peanut looked at least as large as all the other peanuts. There you go. Candace's inner thoughts. Peanut. Okay, we're done. People are home from wherever they were doing things they were doing. And is anyone in chat? There's no one in chat. It's been an hour and 14 minutes. And, oh, wait, I have to go back to full. Oh, here we go, full. And we'll put on the horse head for the last 20 seconds where I look into the camera, but you won't know because I have a horse head. Oh. I very much appreciate anyone who watches this in the replay. You guys are superstars, and I hope you got a tiny bit out of this. It's just me going through dev editor notes. Maybe you used it to sprint, I don't know. Or maybe you just wanted to see how frustrating it was to go through dev editor notes. I don't know. Or maybe no one will watch it, and that's fine too. There's a place for everything in this world. Thank you very much for watching, and have an amazing day. Now we have to click twice on buttons I can't see to end the stream. Where is the mouse cursor? Come on, mouse cursor. End stream, end stream.